Discussions centered around mass shootings and gun violence have been a hot topic throughout the country, including right here in North Alabama. WAAY 31's Xavier Wary takes us to a church in Decatur who had active shooter training today.
People are just out to destroy lives.
God's Love Covenant Church in Decatur hosted what they say is a very vital and necessary active shooter seminar.
When you can go into schools killing innocent kids, there's definitely a need for this kind of training.
Church overseer Carl Willingham says this training is to teach and prepare people for what to do if they are ever caught in an active shooter situation. He says it's more important now than ever before as times have increasingly gotten worse.
It's a lot different than I can remember as a kid. People now seem as though there's no fear or nothing.
According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been 378 mass shootings this year. The deadliest was in Uvalde, Texas, where 19 children and 2 teachers were killed in May. Willingham is sure to share the life-saving advice he's learned at this seminar with his young grandchildren.
So anything they hear at school, if they hear of some of this kind of stuff, to relay the information to someone else.
Officer Natus Carlisle led the training today. He has 40 years in law enforcement. He says if you see something, say something, because in most cases there are signs before a mass shooting occurs. He says by speaking up, you could save lives.
Now, Carlisle says there are 3 things that you can do to save your life if you are ever involved in an active shooter situation. He says you can run, he says you can hide, or you can fight.
If you find yourself in that situation and you can run, that's really the best thing to do, is to evacuate the premises, try to get somewhere away from the person doing the shooting. If they're a little too close, but they're not on you right now, then you may decide to get in an office building or office room and hide. The final option is to fight, and that's the last resort. But if you do choose that one, you got to give it everything you got, and you got to use whatever weapons are available, anything. It's not the time to play nice.
These invaluable lessons Willingham hopes churches all across the world are providing.
We learned a lot here today that will help us not only protect ourselves, but protect those that are around us.
In Decatur, Xavier Wary, WAAY 31 News.